Guys, guess what? It's that time again. Dominaria United Collector Booster Box. Let's see what we can pull out of this bad boy. Will we get a Legends? We didn't out of the first box, but let's see what we can get this time. Come on, Liliana. Come on, Phyrexian. Let's go! Alright. We've opened one of these in one of our other videos. Didn't pull anything too crazy, but we did pull the Timeless Lotus foil. So it was nothing to shake a stick at, unless you like shaking sticks at stuff. But it was a good box. It was a good box. We got some good cards, but no legend card in there. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we can pull it out of this pack. Welcome to South Texas Magic, guys, where we buy Magic collections and we pop packs and we talk crap. And I'm going to do this with a razor blade, which I normally wouldn't do, but I can clearly feel the card towards the bottom. So don't freak out, guys. Oh my god, he's opening up with a razor blade. You're insane. No, I'm not. I can feel the card. And we have a Human Assassin. Ramesis Assassin Lord. And we're all familiar with this card. 4/4 Death Touch. Other assassins you control get 1/1 whenever a player loses the game. If they were attacked this turn by an assassin you controlled, you win the game. That could be a pretty darn good win con. Put you off to the side and let's get cracking. Come on, Lily. Come on, Phyrexian. I will take either one. We pulled a Timeless Lotus foil last box, so I can't say that I haven't got anything cool. This card looks, that's off center. Look at that. This whole pack seems to be off-centered, but definitely this first card. Alright, let's see what it is. We're going to just breeze past the uncommons, guys, and commons. Not going to spend too much time looking at them. There is our sexy land, our island, in all its glory, all its sparkly, shiny glory. Uncommon. Human Wizard. Rare. When it enters the battlefield, choose one, create a 1/1 white bird creature, token flying, return another target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, or draw a card. Here you go in the rare spot. Create a nice little spot for the mythic, just in case. Archangel of Wrath. Pay the kicker, 1 black, 1 red, with lifelink and flying. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it deals 2 damage to any target. If it was enters the battlefield and it was kicked twice, it deals 2 damage to any target. And Orca makes its appearance once again. Demon, 5/5 with trample. When another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on Orca Siege Demon. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power divided among any number of targets. Danitha. Benaliah's Hope. Human Knight. My first deck that I ever built was a Knight. This is a first strike legendary creature with vigilance and lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a aura or an equipment card from your hand or graveyard into the battlefield attached to her. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Who needs lightning greaves? Right? Oh, that's pretty. See, I don't care what anybody says. These lands might not be worth a whole lot, but man, does that look awesome. That foil, you cannot beat that foiling. You can't beat the foiling. Okay. Oh, rip that one open like a Christmas present. All ugly style. All right. Let's see. Oh, cheating a little bit. All right. Pretty Forest. And we got Shayna Purifying Blade. Human Warrior with lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay X, colorless. If you do, draw X cards. X can't be greater than the amount of life you gain this turn. And she goes into the mythic spot. Here's another Human Knight with First Strike. Denethor. It's going to be the... I think we just pulled that. It's going to be the regular foil version. There's the Shiv. There's the Devastator. There he is. Been looking for this guy. Shivan Devastator, flying in haste. He's a 0/0, but he enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. You pay 1 X, colorless, 1 red. Now, the beautiful thing about this is if you have Ancient Copper Dragon in your deck, think about it. Ancient Copper Dragon, you sacrifice, if you get 20, treasure tokens, sacrifice them. This guy becomes a 20/20 flyer with haste. That is a beast. That is a good pull all day long. I will take that Shivan Devastator and put him right into my Kalia of the Vast deck. And for the etched foil, we have Keeper the Overlord making his appearance again. Oh, look at that. A double mythic pack. Torsten, founder of Dominaria, human soldier, legendary creature. When Torsten, founder of Dominaria, enters the battlefield, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of creatures and or land cards from among them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. When Torsten dies, create 7 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. For another mythic. And last we have Lenoir Loam Speaker as the full extended art foil. Pulled him last set. Double mythic. Can't knock that. Can't knock that even if you were a Jehovah's Witness knocking at the front door. Let's see. Don't be offended, Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't be like blowing up my feed saying that was mean of you. Why would you say that? Chill out. It's a joke. Forest. Alright, we get the Resurrected once more. Academy Lone Master once more. You know what? This card I don't get. It doesn't seem... I don't like it. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player may draw an additional card. If they do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 colorless more to cast. I don't like that. I don't like that. But it doesn't matter what I like. It might work good for somebody. Here's the Golden Sting Lady, the Insect Queen. Insect Assassin. But she looks like a queen. Look at that. Flying in haste. Whenever Golden Sting attacks, put an egg counter on another target creature without an egg counter on it. When that creature dies, if it has an egg counter on it, draw a card and create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. And an added card waste for the extended art land. Gotta love it. Got to love it. And another Urborg with the elvish name that I don't know how to pronounce. Lily. Lily, where are you, Lily? Are you in here at all? Goblin, we don't care. We do, but we don't. Alright. And here's our planes. Go over here, planes. Valiant Veteran. We've pulled him a couple times tonight. Cosmic Epiphany. Sorcery. Draw cards equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Blue players love that. And we find the Urborg once more. Zombie Wizard. Vigilance and Ward. 2 colorless. Other zombies you control have Vigilance. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, create a token that is a copy of that creature except it is not legendary, and it's a 2/2 black zombie in addition to its other color types. Ramesses Assassin Lord making its presence one more time, and to finish it up, Roboran Mercenaries, Human Mercenaries Vigilance, has all activated abilities of all legendary creatures you control. I'm going to be sad, guys. I'm going to be sad. If we don't hit something big, I'm going to be sad. But it's okay. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself to try to get myself through the night as I cry myself to sleep on my pillow. Because I didn't pull Lily. Pulled a beautiful swamp, though. Evolved Sleeper. We haven't pulled this one yet. Goldwind, a griffin, flying. Whenever a griffin you control deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/2 white griffin creature token with flying. Get yourself together. Looking like a soup sandwich over here. Good lord. Okay, y'all are just wondering now just to piss me off. Oh! Tetsu, Imperial Champion. Legendary creature, Human Samurai. Wherever Tetsu Imperial Champion attacks, if it is equipped, choose one. Tetsu deals damage equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to it to any target, or you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand with mana value cost less than or equal to the highest mana value among the equipment attached to Tetsu without paying its mana cost. For the Mythic. In the Mythic spot you go. Primeval Warden. And another Mythic. Jensen. Jensen the Druid Exile. Human Druid for the full art. Look at that. Okay, I gotta get close to the screen on this one. Look how pretty that blade looks. It looks like the blade that was on the OG Halo. Kind of glows in different colors. I like that. Double Mythic hit. I like it. I will always be happy over double Mythic hits in one pack. I'm not a Human Druid guy, but hey, that's okay. Alright, let's see. Come on. Flash Flood. So we pulled a Legends card. It might not have been a huge hit, but it's still a Legends card. I do not know the value of Flash Flood, but at least I can say I pulled a Legends card, right? And it is super minty. See the difference in the cards. You can see the difference in the backs because you can see this one has a little bit darker rim around it. Everything's a little bit off color. I'm not going to smell of it. Okay, I smelled of it. They're different. Oh, they are different. Wow, I actually was surprised by that. Legends card, guys. Flash Flood. Put you right over here by your lands. And we'll continue on a cracking. Swamp. Beautiful swamp. Pulled the Urborg again for the texture foil. Defiler of Flesh foil. Phyrexian Horror. Menace. As an additional cost to the cast black permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost 1 black less to cast if you paid this life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of black mana you pay. Whenever you cast a black permanent spell, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains menace until end of turn. Hexcatcher, Merfolk Wizard. Flash. Other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. Sacrifice a Merfolk. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Get out of here, Queen. And Ever-Changing makes an appearance. And we have a Dragon Master for the Mythic pool on a Legendary Planeswalker. We pulled that one earlier in foil. And King Darien, Human Soldier. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 green. Put a 1/1 counter on King Darien. And create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Sacrifice King Darien. Creature tokens you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. But you have to kill him. Kill the king. Kill the king for the people. Dragon token. Such a fierce dragon. Alright. Relic of the Lands. Add 1 mana of any color. That looks nice. Mountain. There she is! There she is! That is the card I was wanting to pull. Yes! Alright. Alright. Shieldred the Apocalypse. Legendary creature, Phyrexian Parator. Death Touch. Whenever you I'm so excited. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. This is going in my Kalia of the Vast deck with Villas, Broker of Blood, with Necropotence, with all the lands that make me lose land, and with Mana Crypt. Whenever I lose life and I have Villas out, when you lose life, you draw that many cards. So essentially, if she is out and so is Villas, every single time you lose life, you're gaining life and drawing cards, baby. It's almost an infinite combo if you want to play it just right. There she is for the Mythic. Boom. And she is foil. She's foil. Oh my god, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't show off her foiliness. She's so sexy with the foilness. Oh my god. Oh, yes. All right. I'm happy. I can die happy now. Can you die happy now? All right. We'll continue on. Dynamo. Look at this guy. Legendary artifact creature construct. He has haste. Tap 1 colorless and tap the card. Target activated or triggered ability you control from another legendary source that is not a commander. You may choose new targets for the copy. Ageless Innovator, Human Artifactor, Tapper. Put 2 Ingenuity counters on her. Ageless Innovator. Then you may put an artifact card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the number of Ingenuity counters on her. Sulphurous Springs. That is a sexy Sulphurous Springs for the extended art land in this. Man, that looks awesome. I don't think that I had actually seen the Sulphurous Springs extended art. That freaking looks cool. Good job, Mark. Good job with the artwork. And Historians, boom. You know, I'm happy. I don't know what's in the rest of these packs. We got 5 more packs to go, people, but I'm pretty damn happy. I have a Kali of the Vast deck, and I've been wanting to get that card. And the fact that I pulled her in foil, I can't complain. I can't complain. Forest. Go over there with my other pretty lands, my pretty, pretty forest. Scholar of Iniquity. Elf Artifactor. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control, add 1 green. Tap 2 untapped non-token artifacts you control, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. I can't say that word for the life of me. Merfolk Noble. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast Merfolk spells from the top of your library. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may pay 1 colorless. If you do, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token. Brr. Frog. The Raven Man. We pulled Raven Man earlier. Raven Man is a legendary creature, a human wizard. At the beginning of each instep, if a player discards a card this turn, create a 1/1 black creature token with flying. This creature can't be blocked. 3 colorless, 1 black. Each opponent discards a card. Activate this ability only as a sorcery. And here is the Mythic. Joda the Unifier. Human Wizard. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is a number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And here you go into the Mythic location. And a foil Defiler of Flesh, which we pulled earlier. Okay, here we go. What will we get? Another island. Another sexy blue island. And an island in the sun. We'll be playing and having fun. Astor, Bearer of Blades. Legendary creature, human warrior. When Astor, Bearer of Blades enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in random order. Equipment you control have equip 1 colorless. Vehicles you control have crew 1. And a Temporal Firestorm, sorcery, kicker 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 colorless, 1 blue. Choose up to X creatures and X or X planeswalkers you control, where X is the number of times the spell was kicked. Those permanents phase out. Temporal Firestorm deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. So they phase your stuff out so they don't get hurt, and they kick everything else's ass if it has 5 or below. So it's not a Toxic Deluge, but it's close. And it's foil. And it's a really pretty card. Look at that fire. It truly is a firestorm.
Please be nice to you. Please be nice to us.
Unite the Collision. I like that. That looks expensive. It's an instant card, and you choose 5. You may choose the same mode more than once. Target permanent phases out. Target player draws a card. Exile target player's graveyard, not library. Unite the Collision deals 2 damage to any target and destroy target artifact or enchantment. That thing gets busy. Busy. Ooh. Artisan Nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. And we have an awesome land. Extended art in all its awesomeness. And we have Stein, Paranoid Partisan. I'll read him again because I don't recall if I read him in this one or if it was in the other one. As Stein the Paranoid enters the battlefield, choose a card type other than a creature or land. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 colorless less to cast. 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. Exile Stein, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. And it is shiny. Steam. Oh, crack. Listen, guy. You're gonna crack, see? You're gonna crack because I say you're gonna crack. And my boy Snake's coming here. I keep trying not to give it away, but I keep like fanning them out a little bit, and I don't know why I keep doing that. Planes. So we have the textured version, a Ravaz of the Claw. Man, that looks awesome. Look at that. See the foil edginess. See the foil edginess around the rim. It's super, super edgy. But I think they're calling that textured. Silver Scrutiny. Silver Scrutiny is a foil. You may cast Silver Scrutiny as though it had flash. If X is 3 or less, draw X cards. Worm Speaker, Human Druid. Worms you control get 2 plus 2 and have trample and pay 7 and 1 green. Tap it. Create a teacher. Create a teacher. You'll learn stuff. Create a 4/4 green worm creature token. This ability costs 1 X colorless less to activate, where X is the greatest power among worms you control. Hazon, there he is again for the 3rd time tonight. Shaper of Sand. He shapes the sand. Tanaka Armorer. Legendary creature, human artifactor. Whenever the armorer attacks, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put any number of artifact cards with mana value less than or equal to his power from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. He can't be blocked as long as defending player controls 3 or more artifacts. And Defiler of Dreams, Phyrexian Sphinx. Flying as an additional cost to cast blue permanent spells, you may pay 2 lives. Those spells cost 1 blue less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of blue mana you pay. Whenever you cast a blue permanent spell, draw a card. Last 2 packs, guys. Last 2 packs. Last 2 packs. What will we pull? Get out of here, Sand Warrior. You go in the island spot. There's Zur again. Again, this is the second time we pulled him tonight in the textured foil. The art sure does look awesome in that textured foil. Mythic. And Revaz of the Claw makes an appearance once again, but this time in foil. Looks like Leyline of Binding, an enchantment. Second time we pulled this tonight in our second box opening, actually, this time. Flash and Dominion. This spell costs 1 less colors to cast for each basic land type among lands you control. When Leyline of Binding enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Leyline Binding leaves the battlefield. And there's the Barrier of Blades. Bearer of Blades. He has a Barrier of Blades. It's a Wall of Blades. We're bringing that back. Bearer of Blades. Karn Living Legacy for the Mythic Extended Art. That is awesome. Legendary Planeswalker. Create a tapped Power Stone token. Is an artifact with tap, add 1 colorless. This mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. That's the +1. The -1 is put any amount of mana. Pay any amount of mana. Look at that many cards from the top of your library, then put 1 of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And the -7 is going to be you get an emblem with tap and untapped artifact you control. This emblem deals 1 damage to any target for the Mythic, and a extended art Valiant Veteran for the last card. Last pack. I think we did pretty good with the Mythics on this. We might not have pulled a Lily, but I still think we did a really good job. I got the card that I wanted, and I think we pulled some other pretty cool cards. So I can't complain. I could, but I'm not going to, because no one would listen to me. Mountain. There's the Queen making her appearance again. Threats undetected. Search your library for up to 4 creature cards with different powers and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Shuffle the chosen card into your library and put the rest into your hand. Stronghold Arena. Second time we pulled it tonight. Kicker green or white. When Stronghold Arena enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life for each time it was kicked. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana value. And there's the Orca Siege Demon once again, and this time in foil etched. And last but not least, Staying Echo Warrior making his appearance once more in a temporary lockdown. When temporary lockdown enters the battlefield, exile each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less until temporary lockdown leaves the battlefield. So guys, I think we pulled some really great cards. We pulled some really awesome Mythics. I'm super excited about this one specifically. And we pulled some really great Planeswalkers. And we had some double Mythic packs, a couple of them. That Shivan Devastator is so awesome. I love him. Oh man, I think we had a really good pack, guys. And I think that we truly can't complain. We did pull a Legends card. And we can't shake a stick at that. Because we pulled one. Not everyone could say they pulled one. But guys, I think we definitely did good on this pack. If you liked the video, please make sure to like it. Please make sure to share it. And please make sure to share or to click the subscribe button and follow along. And I'm going to be popping more packs. And I hope to see you guys with me. See y'all next time. Have a good night.